Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to be building a bench, well actually 4 benches and a dining room table. It's not gonna be a dining room table, it's gonna be an outdoor table, but it's gonna be kind of the same style. So we have all this metal over here. I went and looked at the job and the people gave me this metal. So we have 4x4 square tubing, and then we have 2x2 square tubing. And I'm gonna be using the 4x4 for the dining table and then the little square tubing for the benches. And then I'm going to be using angle iron to frame out under it, and then you won't see any frames or anything like that. So we're gonna start with cutting that metal, get it all cut out, and then we'll start cutting the frames and then building the frames. I'll leave a little cut list, like I said, if I can remember, here right now. Pause the video, take pictures, screenshot, whatever. And then, yeah, so let's get right to work. And I have finished cutting out all 20 legs. As you can see here, of course, here's the 16 for the benches, the 4 for the table. I was very surprised. The Evolution saw could cut through 4-inch square tubing on one cut, which was extremely nice because the very first cut, I cut it, flipped it over, cut it, because whenever it hit the bottom, when it was cutting through the bottom down here, I thought it, like the saw stopped. And I was like, well, no big deal, I'll just flip it over. But since it cuts through every time, so much easier. So I cut off both ends of those square tubing, so it'd be really square. But the next thing to do is go over there, grab the angle iron, and start cutting the table frame. Now that all the metal is cut out, I have them all in stacks. So here is going to be the 22-inch benches. This is going to be the 56-inch benches. This is the table. And then these are all the legs and the legs for the table, like I showed earlier. And then these are, the little short ones are the width of the tables, and those extra 2 right there are the supports. So the next thing I have got is, let me walk around all of our mess we have here, is I went to the store, got these plates, and then I picked up some casters. So the plates I'm going to weld on the bottom of the 4x4. These little plastic ones are going to go on the bottom of the benches. But the next thing I think I'm going to be doing is welding the casters to the plates, and then I'm going to start building the frames. So let's get right to welding. All right, the table is standing now. I was gonna put some triangle brackets in here. I'm not sure if I am now because it's pretty sturdy. And once I get the 2x6s on top, I think it'll be just fine. But I'll kind of play around with it. I try to put the wood on top. If I can stand on it and doesn't bow or anything, then we're good to go. So the next thing we need to do is start working on the benches.
it's you and only. It's you and only you. It's you and only you.
And we got all the benches welded. So we have 2 sitting up here still. We gotta fully weld them here in a second, but I am going to do the triangles. So we got 2-inch triangles for the benches. As you can see here, they're gonna go on all sides, just like this, in all corners, you know, just like that, boom. We gotta do 32 of those, and then we have to do 8 for the table. So that's gonna be the next thing. We're gonna go put those on and then get these things fully done.
Because it's you and only you.
All right, the table and the benches are all welded up. We got the triangles in here. We did the 4-inch and the 2-inch, like I said earlier. The next thing I'm going to do is take the grinder with the flapper wheel, or the tiger paw, I think that's what they're called. And I'm going to knock all the rust off of the legs. And yeah, pretty much just the legs. I think that's the main thing. And then after I do that, I have white primer. So I'm gonna primer it with the white primer. And then I'm going to paint it satin black. So let's get right to work.
Because it's you and only you.
That's gonna be a wrap to this video. As you can see right here in the background, I just finished painting the table black. It's drying. Once it dries, I'm gonna pull out the benches, which are sitting right here in the barn still. But that's gonna be the next video. I don't want this video to be too long. It's already at about 8 minutes, so that's pretty long by itself. But in the next video, we'll be adding the wood and finishing this project. So thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.